Hey, Tom Rabbit! I hope you got this for your recording. Hey, YouTube out there. Tom Rabbit likes to record these. Hey, Tom Rabbit!
R0DI, you are not on the list.
Sorry?
You are not on the list.
What list?
Mute list.
Yeah. Well, I am on the mute list. It's just that he didn't toggle the attack dog.
Oh, that's...
No, the old
That's
list. The old list. There was a new bot implemented. So
okay.
the people who are on the old list have to be reapplied.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Due to a structural change.
It won't take R0DI long before he gets muted again because he's such a dishonest piece of crap.
Mm-hmm. He never demonstrated that. But
here we go. Here we go again. You are such an effing dishonest piece of garbage.
Mm-hmm. Repeating yourself wouldn't make it true, you know.
Did I make a claim that repeating myself would make it true?
No, you just repeated yourself.
No, you want look, dude. If you want to be in denial, be my guest. But you're not fooling me.
I'm not sure why you're such a hypocrite. You're just like interrupting every time.
No, I'm not being a hypocrite.
Interrupt you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm simply pointing out that you have a long, from the very first moment I interacted with you, and every conversation I've ever had with you, it doesn't take you long before you go into an argumentative mode. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's why I say you're a dishonest, lying piece of garbage. Okay?
Okay.
I don't care if you want to save face in every other room and say that it's not true. Be my guest. Protest all you want.
No, I don't need to. Nobody actually believes you.
Well, I can prove it right now to everyone in the room what a dishonest piece of garbage you are.
If you want to demonstrate, that's
Good.
okay.
Good. Tell me how it is that God does not exist.
Well, do you want to hear my reasoning, or because I don't understand the
Did
question?
you understand the question?
Well, did you listen to what I said right now?
Did you understand the question?
Did you listen to what I said right now?
Everyone, you see, it took me less than 30 seconds to prove what a dishonest piece of shit this guy is.
Can I ask the room if I proved him correct?
Listen, did I just ask you a straightforward question?
Well, I answered, but you didn't listen.
See,
This is why.
you know what, dude. Now what I'm beginning to believe is it's not just your dishonest piece of garbage. You're mentally deranged.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you are. I just asked you a question, and you immediately go into your deceptive mode.
Okay.
You prove my point in less than 30 seconds.
Okay. So I answered your question. It's just the case that you didn't listen. This is why I asked you.
Here we go again. You're wasting my time, dude. You're right on the brink of being server muted. Okay. I asked you a question. Did I ask you a question?
Oh, you did.
Okay, good. What was the question? What was the question? I guess you want to be server muted again. I asked you a question. How is it that there is no creator God?
Are you okay?
Last chance, dude. If you want to be server muted, you'll get what you want. Now, I asked you a question, and I'm demonstrating to everyone in the room what a dishonest piece of garbage you are. Now, how is it that God doesn't exist?
Wait.
This is your big chance, R0DI. Speak up.
See? Dead silence. See, this guy struts around arguing against theists, but when he meets somebody who's an intellectual challenge, he either clams up or he just lies and is argumentative. Now he's just clamming up because he has no defense of his atheism.
Hey, can you hear me? I'm sorry, I think I cut it out.
Yeah, we're waiting. Okay. How is it that God doesn't exist?
Well, and then I asked you for a clarification.
All right, bye. You're see? It didn't take him long. Just a couple, 30 seconds, couple of minutes. Okay. It's the same BS all over again. You ask a simple question. What do you mean? What do you mean? This never-ending verbal diversions and definitional games. Okay. That was easy to demonstrate that.
The next day.
I think the more appropriate thing to say about science is that we conclude with those kinds of theories, therefore we don't have any credence to believe in God. Based on the best scientific theories, God is not an entity posited by them.
Can you repeat that last statement?
Yeah, so if you take the position that we are ontologically committed only to entities that are posited by our best scientific theories, God doesn't have anything to do with those best scientific theories, like as an entity posited by them. So we don't have an ontological commitment to God.
No, you will either no when you invoke any proposition, it will either presuppose God or presuppose not God.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
That's true. Yeah.
There's no position of neutrality.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
take this view, but yeah,
But you don't take what view?
that there is no neutrality about God.
Well, that I've shown that to you over and over and over. Other people, again, I can show it to you definitively. I'll ask you a series of simple questions. Let's see if you can be honest this time. Okay? Are propositions truth bearers?
Yeah.
Okay. So we could call propositions that are truth bearers what we consider to be a fact or putative fact. Facts will be context specific, unless, of course, we're talking about what is fundamentally the ground of all existence. Okay. So for any given fact, okay, it will be specific. It'll be actual and intelligible in virtue of a context, unless, of course, the fact in question is ultimate.
Yeah, I don't take this view of facts.
Okay, well then you have no intelligibility whatsoever.
Why?
Because you cannot have a contextless fact unless, of course, the fact in question is ultimate.
Well, I think that's just begging the question, right? So if you want to say that
you're not understanding what I'm saying.
Well,
The
can I
only
just repeat
fact, the only fact that can be contextless, okay, will be what is ultimate, the source of all possibility. Okay. Now,
well,
unless a fact is ultimate, meaning it is eternal, unconditionally non-dependent and derivative and self-contained, if it is not that, then the fact itself will then be derivative and dependent. A fact will either be derivative or not derivative. There is no third option.
Well, in what way derivative? Like not inferentially, right? You're probably talking
derivative, meaning that it will be either unconditionally non-dependent or it will be derivative and dependent upon something else for its actuality and intelligibility.
That's fine. I'm just asking like what kind of derivation, because there is a causal derivation and there is like inferential derivation.
I'm talking that it's ontological reason for existence. The reason why anything exists at all. So either good. Well, here's the problem. There's not a third category. Either something is unconditionally non-dependent or not. Do you accept that last statement?
Unconditionally non-dependent, or well, that's true dichotomy. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then you have to agree with what I said previously.
Not really. Let me try to explain.
Yes, really. Let me tell you why. Okay.
Can I just please?
Because if a fact in you see, you're going back to your old ways again. It's not going to go well for you. Listen carefully. You don't know what you're talking about. Why don't you listen and learn?
Maybe I want to.
Now listen carefully. No, you do. I don't think you do, because I've dealt with you on dozens and dozens of occasions, and I don't believe you. Now, either a fact is unconditionally non-dependent or it is dependent. You have agreed with that statement. Therefore, all facts that we invoke, unless, of course, they are invoked to be ultimate and unconditionally non-dependent, require context in order for their actuality and intelligibility.
That doesn't. Okay, so wait a second. When you say context, do you mean a background knowledge or like a paradigm or something like that?
The context is the reason why they exist.
Wait, well, again, can I just ask if what I said is true? Like when you say context, do you mean
context is why does something exist and how does it derive its intelligibility? Intelligibility is going to be derived from the ontology of why
Well,
it exists.
Well,
Now,
that's fine. Can I
Listen
just
to me. Listen to me carefully. The
Oh my God.
only thing
Mhm.
that you can say does not require, the only fact that you can assert that doesn't require context is that which is the ground of all existence, that is unconditionally non-derivative and
Well-
and ultimate.
Wait, so that's fine. Can you just answer this
Good. So
question
I'm
because I
glad.
didn't?
I'm glad that you accept that. So
No, I
now,
didn't.
since the facts that we're dealing with, the vast majority of time when we're discussing facts, we are not discussing a fact that is to be categorized as unconditionally non-dependent. Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Now,
But
if we are invoking a fact that is in the category of not being unconditionally non-dependent, then it requires a context of why it exists.
wait, how does that follow? So look, when I say to
Wow.
you,
You know what? You know what? I am
Darth,
breaking this down so that a
I
13-year-old can understand this, okay?
I understand what you're saying. Can I
Either
please respond?
something is unconditionally non-dependent. Listen, do you
Or it's not?
think by you okay, listen. Last
Mhm.
warning, okay? I have dealt with you on dozens of occasions. You haven't given up your old ways of being an argumentative, deceitful little bugger. Okay? That's why I'm not going to have patience with you. You're lucky I'm even talking to you now. Now, in the Christian worldview, God is that which is unconditionally non-derivative and dependent. Therefore,
Mhm.
consequently, all facts that are not God derive and depend upon God, both
Mhm.
to their existence and their meaning and intelligibility. Now, when you
Mhm.
reject that, right, either
Wait.
you're going to believe that there is something that is singularly fundamental from
Yeah.
which all facts derive and depend, or you will not believe that. So,
Mhm.
which do you believe?
Wait, before I like answer this
If
question, can
you
I just
don't answer the question, I'm going to server mute you because every time I've ever talked with you, you never directly respond to my questions. You're
well,
always evasive and deceptive.
I want to respond to your question, but you
Bye
laid out
bye.
what a coward.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. What a
Not a
coward.
coward. I simply am
Yes, you
not going
are.
to
I
deal.
want to
Okay,
talk
have
to you.
it your way. Have it
You're
your
just
way,
like
Burger King.
filibustering.
He never changes. Everything with him is an argument or a verbal rabbit trail and misdirection. I feel sorry for him. Maybe he ate leaded paint chips when he was a kid. By the way, did you get that, Tom Rabbit?